What's a musical tool I can use to increase students' attention span, practice critical thinking, and develop discussion skills? Welcome back to Morning Basket Music, your best resource for learning how to teach music to kids. Today, I want to share all about one of my favorite musical tools called guided listening. You may already be familiar with reading comprehension, where students are asked to read a story or passage and then answer questions so you can gauge their level of understanding. I like to think about guided listening as similar to reading comprehension, but think of it as listening comprehension. So I will choose an instrumental piece of music, allow them to listen to it at least 2 or 3 times, and then follow that up with discussion questions because I want to hear their thoughts and opinions about the music, as well as gauge the students' musical knowledge. First, notice that I said I use an instrumental piece of music, but not necessarily a classical piece. I do prefer orchestral music because you don't have the distraction of words and different voices to listen to, but it does not have to be classical music only. I think it's really important that we expose kids to a variety of musical genres and time periods because they might just discover a composer or a style they really like that they just didn't know existed before. It does not have to be classical music only. Now, let's get into the details of how to teach a guided listening activity. In the video description below, I will be listing some of my top recommendations of songs that I like to use, but feel free to use anything that you like. Think about teaching guided listening using a sandwich method. Listen, discuss, listen again. Listen to a piece the first time through just to get their initial impression of the music, then pause and have a discussion about it, and finally, play the piece for your students again. And you can repeat this process as many times as you want to. If you're wondering how many questions to ask in between, I would say that really depends on your teaching situation. For example, are you at home with a couple of older kids who can handle a longer discussion? Or are you teaching a large class of 5 and 6-year-olds where everyone just gets a turn to answer the same question? The beautiful thing about guided listening is that it can be adapted to all different scenarios and age levels. Next, I'm going to share with you a list of 10 example questions you can use. These were all taken from the elementary curriculum I wrote called Morning Basket Music. One thing I hope you will notice is that these questions require a good mixture of fact-based answers as well as opinion-based answers. And I think that's really important because yes, we do want to gauge our students' musical knowledge, but we also want to hear their unique thoughts and feelings about something because I believe that will help them connect even better with a piece of music. Okay, here we go. Can you identify an instrument you heard? If this piece had a different title, what would you call it? Describe the tempo or speed of the music. If you heard this song as background music in a movie, what would be happening in the scene? Which of these instruments would you most like to play, and which one would be the most difficult to play? What does a musician have to do to create high and low pitches on this particular instrument? How would you describe the mood of this music? Did you notice any changes in the dynamics or volume? If you were to conduct this piece, what would your arm motions look like? Show me. If you attended a live performance of this song, where would you want to sit and why? Now, this is just a general list of questions that you could use for about any piece of music, but feel free to come up with your own specific questions related to what you're listening to. Also, here's a couple of ideas of how you can extend the guided listening activity. For younger students, while they're listening, have them draw or paint a picture and see what the music reminds them of. And for older students, they can write their own musical critique, which again would be a mixture of fact and opinion-based writing. Finally, I want to end by naming some of the benefits of guided listening. As you make this activity a regular habit, you will notice over time that your kids' attention span gets longer. So maybe when you first started out, they could only handle listening to about 30 seconds of a song, but over time, you will see that get longer and longer. You can also expose your kids to a wide variety of music. Like I said at the beginning, they may discover a whole new genre or a composer that they like that they had never even heard of before. And on the flip side of that, they're not always going to love every single song that you play for them, and that's okay. I think it's important that we model for them. You can have a negative view of something, but still be able to discuss it in a respectful way. And it's completely fine if your opinion is different from somebody else's. Guided listening is a great method for gauging your students' musical knowledge. And last but not least, it is adaptable for all ages. Thanks again for joining me on another Musical Monday. If this video has been helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, happy music making!